Beneath the paradise beaches and tropical beauty of the Philippines lies a shadowy world of ancient secrets. This is a land where hills are lost pyramids, volcanoes hide portals, and sea monsters still stir in the trench black depths. Deeper still are the legends that haunt the night, none more feared than the Aswang, the shape shifting predator that haunts both myth and modern memory. Let's get into it. Local legend says the chocolate hills of Bohol were born from a battle between two giants that hurled massive stones at each other for days. When they finally made peace, they left behind a landscape of scattered mounds, now known as the Chocolate Hills. During the dry season, these lush hills turn brown, resembling giant Hershey chocolate kisses and earning their sweet sounding name. While geologists claim the hills are natural limestone formations, others believe they are eroded remnants of a massive ancient pyramid complex. Constructed by an ancient civilization, probably influenced by the Nacaals of Mu, they may have originated from the ancient kingdom of Binuangan, a now forgotten society mentioned in the earliest known Philippine record, in the Laguna copperplate inscription. The symmetrical layout, uniform spacing, and rounded tops of Bohol's hills mirror the pyramid structures of Micronesia, Bosnia, Mexico, China, and more, suggesting the existence of a forgotten global pyramid network. From satellite imagery, the terrain appears intentionally engineered, not natural. In fact, the entire island of Bohol seems to have been artificially modified, just like Babeldaob, Palau's largest island, where pyramids, mounds, moats, and trenches were carefully terraformed across the island. If you haven't seen it yet, check out my On Location episode. It's a great one. But for now, the truth remains buried, literally. The Chocolate Hills are a protected natural monument, and any form of digging or excavation is strictly illegal. Whatever secrets lie buried beneath the surface may not be uncovered anytime soon. Hidden deep in the mist-veiled mountains of northern Samar
Biringan.
is said to exist between dimensions. A spiritual kingdom cloaked in secrecy. Its inhabitants are not fully human. Some say they are enchanted beings, descendants of water gods, nature spirits, and ancient fairies. They wear luminous robes, cast no shadows, and speak no words, but through pure telepathy. Over time, the city faded from the physical world, drawn into another realm. Yet the place where it once stood, between Catarman, Lope de Vega, and
Kalbayog.
still hum with unnatural energy. Some believe
Biringan.
is a portal, a gateway to a parallel world. In recent years, truck drivers have reported seeing strange lights in the forests. Children have gone missing, only to return days later with fantastic tales. They had visited a kingdom of stars where time flowed differently. Whether myth, memory, or something in between,
Biringan.
continues to resist erasure. A city lost to time but not forgotten, its magic still whispering from the edges of the known world. In the northern Cordillera region, tales have spread of a mountain that isn't just rock and soil, but a portal, Mount Santo Tomas, a potentially active volcano. The Igorot indigenous tribe speak of people who vanish only to reappear days later with missing time and or bizarre burns. Some claim to have seen strange lights emerging from solid stone and or cliff faces. This volcano mountain is an alien dimensional gateway. They say if you're walking alone at night in a remote Philippine village and suddenly there is complete silence, no frogs, no crickets, only scary wind, you are not alone. Something ancient is watching you. For centuries, the Philippines has been haunted by creatures that defy both logic and nature. Chief among them is the Aswang, a word that doesn't just refer to one creature, but an entire category of supernatural predators. Let's begin with one of the most feared, the Manananggal. At first glance, she's a beautiful woman, but when darkness falls, her body splits in half. Her upper torso grows wings and flies up to the sky, leaving her legs and lower torso behind. The Manananggal hunts in silence, gliding above remote homes, hunting for human victims. Its preferred prey is pregnant women. It uses its unnaturally long tongue to slither through windows left ajar or even the smallest of holes to reach the victims. I'll save the gory details for the live episode 7 days from today. This creature was first documented by Spanish missionaries in 1582, but it has been around far longer than that. If you ever come across her lower half, sprinkle salt or garlic onto it, preventing it from reattaching and trapping it in its monstrous form until the rising sun kills it. The capre, a massive cigar smoking tree giant with glowing red eyes, often perched high in balete trees. If sighted, it will confuse and disorient, leaving you trapped in the forest for hours or days. Then there's the Tikbalang, a towering creature with the body of a man and the head of a horse. Mischievous and menacing, it toys with travelers by making them walk in endless loops. And their favorite prey is also pregnant women. The Aswang are etched deep into the cultural memory of the Philippines. But what are they? Interdimensional beings? Ancient genetic experiments or survivors from a forgotten age? Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. When the jungle grows quiet and the wind blows strongly, the Aswang is near. During World War II, US forces in the Philippines fought more than just physical battles. In an effort to disorient and terrify Japanese forces hiding in the jungles, the Americans installed loudspeakers high up in the trees, playing recordings of wailing spirits, whispers in Tagalog, and beastly sounds mimicking creatures like the Aswang. The Japanese were gripped with fear. Many abandoned their posts, convinced the jungle itself was cursed. But one soldier, Hiro Onda, refused to fall for what he believed were enemy tricks. Dismissing every sound and every pamphlet as a psychological ploy, he remained hidden for nearly 30 years, long after the war had ended. But locals heard the voices too, and for them it wasn't a trick, it was proof. Proof that the jungle wasn't just haunted by tales, but by real forces that had been there long before the war. Some say the Americans stirred something they didn't understand. Others say to this day the voices still echo through the forest. In Surigao del Sur, the Hinutuan enchanted river shimmers with unnatural beauty. Its waters so clear, locals say fairies stirred them with sapphire and jade wands. Guarded by mermaids, pixies, and encantos, elven spirits said to dwell in the trees. The river is alive with legend, but beneath the surface, the stories grow darker. Not as dark as the Aswang, but still dark. Swimmers have reported being grabbed or dragged by unseen forces. Some say they felt something pulling them down. Others just disappeared forever. To this day, the lagoon has never been fully mapped. Its true depths and what dwells there remain unknown. There are places on this planet so deep, so dark, and so untouched that even modern science dares not guess what lives there. The Philippine Trench, nearly 7 miles or 11 kilometers down, is one of those places. For generations, fishermen have risked the edge, and some come back with stories they were never supposed to tell. Stories of monsters, stories of dragons, and stories of the Bakunawa. Just off the coast of Leyte Gulf, Surigao, and Samar, near the edge of the Philippine Trench. Local fishermen have reported seeing colossal serpent like creatures with glowing silvery scales. The Bakunawa is a sea dragon from pre colonial mythology, believed to be so enormous it could swallow a boat. In the Visayas, tales persist of a marine aswang called Tik Sadagat, a shapeshifter said to mimic dolphins or large fish by day, but transforms at night. One diver off the coast of Siargao reported in 2011 it had the body of a man, the face of an eel, and long fingers like living seaweed. The diver surfaced and never dove again. Could these sightings be glimpses of creatures so old, so alien, and so perfectly adapted to the dark that they've escaped official discovery until now? Or are these the last living remnants of a myth, the Bakuana and Tik Sadagat? Pyramids hidden beneath the soil, mountains that act as portals, cryptids stalking the forests, sea monsters in the deep, and real life psychological warfare that weaponize the supernatural. In the Philippines, myth and reality don't just coexist, they intertwine. And as always, I'm not saying this and every story I share is 100% true. I'm just telling a story and you can believe what you want. Uncovering the truth, one conspiracy at a time. See you next week on the White Rabbit 4090.